My friends, Thursday, October 26, 2023 at 1 p.m., Bryan Kohberger will be back in court with his legal team to dismiss the charges against him, dismiss the indictment against him for the murders of the four University Idaho students in Moscow, Idaho. So here we are, another day in court for Bryan Kohberger. And I know probably a lot of you have been sitting there saying, well, Bryan, why haven't you been reporting on this case? I just don't feel that there's been any new information. Honestly, I don't. And I don't want to sit here and beat this case into the ground because I think, in my own personal opinion, we're going to be waiting quite a long time. Now, as for Thursday, I go into this and think about this hearing. Will these charges or the indictment be dismissed? No. In my personal opinion, no. I don't think that's going to happen. Again, I feel like this is another attempt by Bryan Kohberger and Ann Taylor to slow this case down. We're going to be here for a while. I think that's the truth of everything as everything is coming out. His legal team is going to do everything they can to slow this down. And why not? They know that he's facing death. I mean, if he gets convicted, he is facing death in the state of Idaho. But a couple of things have come up just recently here, and we'll talk a little bit about this. Bryan Kohberger's aunt, in this article from the U.S. Sun, remained anonymous, but asked if she thinks her nephew will be found guilty. She replied, "I think so. I just want the truth. I would like to see him or write to him and find out what happened." And she also went on to say, she says her heart goes out to the victims' families, but she also feels Kohberger was not well and he had battled for years with mental health problems. And that's what we're kind of finding out about Bryan Kohberger, as this investigation has gone on, and we're almost close to a year. We have found out that he's struggled with drugs. He's struggled with his family. He's struggled in his high school. He's struggled at his job. He's struggled at WSU. So it's been these constant issues and these constant problems. And maybe, this guy finally broke. He broke against society, and that could have caused him to do this. Maybe this is the sweet revenge, the ultimate revenge. And I have felt that all along, that he has been rejected all along his life, dealt with multitude of problems, and just could never fix himself. So here is the order vacating and resetting the defendant's motions. The court having before it stipulated motion to vacate and reset defendant's motion and a good cause appearing now, therefore, it is hereby ordered that defendant's motion hearings currently set for September 22nd, 2023 at 10:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. shall be vacated. It is further ordered that the defendant's motion to dismiss indictment on grounds of biased grand jury, inadmissible evidence, lack of sufficient evidence, and prosecutorial misconduct in withholding exculpatory evidence shall be reset for October 26th at 2023 at 9:30 a.m. and shall be closed to a closed hearing pursuant to IRC 6-3C and IRC AR 32. It is further ordered that the defendant's motion is to dismiss the indictment on grounds of error in grand jury instructions or in a alternative remand for preliminary hearing shall be reset for October 26, 2023 at 1 p.m. and shall be open to the public. So ordered, 9/20/23 at 4:44 and 34 seconds p.m. by John J. Judge, District Judge. So again, I feel this is another attempt to reset the clock. Bryan Kohberger and Ann Taylor at the last minute waived the right to speedy trial that slowed down the clock. I feel like this is another tactic and another move to reset. And why would they want to reset? Well, they would want to reset because they want to get to a preliminary hearing to hear more evidence, because we know right now that Bryan Kohberger's alibi is just driving around. He was driving around at night. But to me, that kind of sounds like what the killer did that night, right? So not the best alibi, not the best defense. And again, I'm going to go back and say this is just another attempt to slow this down. My friends, we're going to be in for a long time in this trial. I think that it's going to be at least 2 to 3 years. I think the defense team is going to continue to stall here. And it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens on Thursday. But I don't think any shockers here. I don't think anything is going to get dismissed. I don't think anything is going to get reset. Again, in my personal opinion, just another to slow things down. So that's what I have here for Bryan Kohberger. I will be streaming live on Thursday, covering everything as the proceedings happen throughout the day. Make sure to come over to my channel and check that out. If this is your first time here, please make sure to go down and subscribe. Hit that like button and leave a comment. I would like to hear from all of you. I do live streams almost every night between 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'd love for you all to come over and check out my live shows. We have some really great live shows and a great audience. And not only do we just cover Bryan Kohberger, we cover a multitude of true crime cases. So hope to see you over there, and I'll talk to you all soon. Take care.